From the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. So the Bucks win the tip. Here's Lillard. Pass to Prince. Kuzma outside. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
For three, George. Giannis with the rebound. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Grimes. Launches it. Damian Lillard with the rebound. And the Bucks with possession. And Embiid with the block.
Embiid stiff-arming that shot with authority. No mercy.
76ers substitution. Number 23.
Lillard deciding where to go with it. To the right side. Lopez for three. It's rebounded by George. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
To the paint. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
He was gripping the rock on the weight of the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And here are the Sixers now. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. George for three. Giannis with the rebound. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. I talked with him about Joel Embiid and asked him what he wants his team to do against him defensively. And he said, I told our big guys to play with physicality out there, but to also know when to go straight up and not let him bait us into silly fouls. It's not an easy assignment, but coach seemed confident in their chances of containing Joel. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Can't get it to fall.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Screen by Embiid. George, a deep three. That doesn't go either for George.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago. Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
Here's Lillard. Driving inside. To the inside. Just 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Lopez for three. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Part of Brook Lopez's value is his ability to space the floor, especially as a big guy.
Embiid. Pass to Maxey. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense.
76 call.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Pulls it in from the elbow. George's shot is off.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Green. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
And the jam by George.
Showing you the vertical that time. Paul George throwing it down.
Pass to Porter. Oh, misses the dunk.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the...
The 76ers.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Pass to Trent. Here's the three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Drummond. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. And here's Porter. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Maxey.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, nasty right there. Oh, my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
He is indeed a showman now. Porter Jr. using that explosive athleticism on the rack attack. Yes, sir. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
It's George on the wing. Down low. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
You know, I would venture to say if you didn't run one play for Drummond all night, he still could score in double digits. He is an incredible offensive rebounder.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people want it to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Here's George. Pass to Embiid. Back to George. Clock at 6. For three, Maxey. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Maxey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Oh, stolen by Embiid. For three, George. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Yeah, this guy certainly knows how to take over a game. I wonder who made George mad tonight. They're paying for it now.
Antetokounmpo. Out to Portis. And a nice finish on the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. George's shot is good.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. George, right side. Pass to Embiid. Back to George. Screen by Embiid. Unloads. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Antetokounmpo can't connect. Philadelphia leading by 5. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Bucks trail by 5. Lillard with the ball. Picked up by Embiid. Lopez for 3. And another miss by Milwaukee. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. George has the open look. No good with a jumper from the wing. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Oh, great work by Lillard in the paint.
Gotta like that attacking mindset of Lillard. I mean, very confident in his ability to score and finish inside.
George scanning the floor. The kick out to Maxey. 4 on the clock. For 3, Gordon drops in the 3. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Quick release from Gordon. Like seeing him shoot it as soon as he gets it.
George with a steal. It could go. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. We'll be right back after this word. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's McCain. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Here's Oubre. Rebounded by Kuzma. Bucks trail by 6. Lillard outside. Lopez for 3. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lopez has got 6.
A nice job from Lopez to catch and shoot in a fluid motion. And for a guy as big as he is, that's really impressive.
For 3, Gordon. He can't get it to go. Here's Prince. There's the drive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You know, when Prince is aggressive and assertive like that, it really does open up things for his teammates.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Both teams will make substitutions.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, "I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating." Brian, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career. Here's Yabusele. There's a screen. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. It's stolen by Kuzma. For the lead. Here's Lillard. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Boy, it is so difficult not to foul Lillard. I mean, you never know exactly how to shade him defensively because he's so versatile.
Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball in his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. That one on Gordon.
And, you know, Damian Lillard has such a quick release. Excellent at getting his shot up and over the defense inside.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped. Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Maxey, that's good.
Welcome to Maxey's world, one of the more efficient three-point shooters in this game.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Another shot. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Maxey on the wing. He's got 6. Over Lillard. Rejected by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that one.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Yabusele. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Portis outside. And the layup is good off the glass.
That's just a case of pure strength and effort by Bobby Portis.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Maxey surveys. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
Pass to Prince. Portis with it. Count it. Portis has gotten 4 this quarter.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Screen by Embiid. For 3, Maxey. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Bucks on top, leading by 4. And coming up is
The 76ers.
we've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Milwaukee leading by 4. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Inside. Deflects the pass. Portis gets the bucket.
This is Portis in his comfort zone, scoring deep inside.
Maxey with it. Now Porter defending. To the middle. The kick out to Maxey. George for 3. Rebounded by Trent. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside for Porter. Trent outside. Pass to Portis. The 3 is up. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And there's the screen. George outside. Embiid with it. Back to George. 5 on the clock. The 3 ball. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
The slam from Portis, impressive, using that size around the rack.
George outside. Back to Embiid. Oh! Embiid packs it down.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
It's good, and he's 100% from the line thus far.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Maxey. And here comes the break. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
It's going to go on Paul George.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Oh! Giannis working inside.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes. But his confidence is something that separates him from most.
Maxey Maxey, that's good.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
76ers trail by 7. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Back to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. And Embiid throws it down.
Joel Embiid on top of things there, folks. Recognizing a big possession and commanding the ball.
A minute 39 left to play in the fourth quarter. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Outside Maxey. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. The 3 is up. Knocks it down from distance. Maxey's got 14 points now in the second half.
Tyrese Maxey with a big-time play down the stretch.
Antetokounmpo outside. To the wing, right side. Stolen by Drummond. Pass to Edwards. For 3, George. Here's Embiid. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo. And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul of the game. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Lillard. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul of the game. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
Launches a 3. Oh, he nails it! And that one brings them within 1.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
A critical possession with time winding down.
Yep, this is their moment.
Pass to Drummond to take the lead. Yes!
Always able to see the complete floor. Maxey, great vision.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game. Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Drummond with the screen. George. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Not easy to keep your focus when there's so much riding on those free throws, but that was excellent work in the clutch.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
But this comes down to whether they want to go for a 3 to win or send it to overtime with a 2. Either way, it's got to happen off this inbound pass.
Lillard got a good look. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. So it's the 76ers taking the W.